Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. So first thing I'll be using is the YSL primer. I'm going to use that to prime all over my face. Then I'm going to take the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation and I'm going to go ahead and blend that in with a sponge. Just blending it in very lightly. And it looks just like skin. I'm going to also use the Too Faced concealer to conceal my dark circles because baby, yes, your girl got dark circles. And this does a good job at coverage. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this in. I do apologize if this video is kind of like sped through. I originally wasn't going to post this video, but I thought like, why not? What the heck? I'm going to just put it out there. And then here, I'm just using the same Too Faced concealer, just a little lighter than my actual skin tone. And I'm just blending that out as well. I also blended some of the concealer onto my eyelids just to kind of prep it for eyeshadow so I don't have to do it later. And whenever you're blending, always go ahead and take a step back and look at yourself or look in the mirror and make sure you're blended out and that you don't have any harsh lines going on. And then next, I'm going to take this Huda Beauty Contour cream. I believe this is the deepest color, and I'm just going to take it around the edges of my face, on my cheeks, the bridges of my nose, just to kind of sculpt my face out a little bit more. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and blend that in. I know it seems as though I'm like super hard or going in on my face, but I promise you guys I am being gentle. It's just the way that I'm holding the brush is not the like correct way to hold it, so it looks as if I'm working extra hard, but trust me, I got it all blended out. Now I'm gonna take my Huda Beauty powder in Kanafa and I'm gonna take that and kind of bake my face very lightly. I'm just putting it everywhere where I put the light concealer at, or better yet, the concealer. This is just going to lock it in and make sure that I'm brightened up and that it doesn't move. And then next, I'm going to use my Sephora Micro Smoothing Powder. This is just going to dust everything off and make sure everything looks really smooth. It's going to finish off my face. Everything is looking pretty good so far. Everything is smooth. It's to my liking. It's all blended out, so I'm going to go ahead and bronze my face with this Sephora bronzing powder. I don't know what color this is because it came in a palette, but I really like it. It's a really warm color, so it gives a lot of sun, like a sun-kissed color to my skin, and I really like it. So I'm going to take that everywhere I use the cream contour, and I'm going to sculpt out my face just a little bit more. And I'm going to sculpt my nose and just ensure everything looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and highlight my face. This is like a baked, like golden kind of like highlighter. It's another one of Sephora's palettes. I'll link everything down in the description below because these colors don't really have names to them. But I'm just putting it on the high point of my face where I want the sun to hit me at. Just like so. I know you see that highlight popping. Now time for blush. I'm just taking that on the apples of my cheek and pulling it back towards where I put the contour. Now I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm going to spoolie them out to make sure they're not all over the place. Then next I'm going to take the dipbrow pomade by Anastasia and then I'm going to just make lines into my eyebrows. Once again, I do not do my eyebrows neat. I just literally draw lines in the way my eyebrow is going and then I go ahead and pretty much conceal them. I just make sure that they're smoothed out to where they almost look natural, like fake natural, if that makes sense, because I like the microbladed kind of look, and I know that I'm probably not gonna do that, so I'm just gonna try and fake it until I make it, just like so. At this point you can stop here. You don't have to conceal them out if you don't want them to look extra like crisp. You can leave it here so it looks kind of natural, but I'm going to go ahead and take my Too Faced concealer and I'm going to conceal them out just to kind of sharpen them up just a little bit more, just so it looks more defined. I am also using a flat angled brush to carve out my eyebrows. I find that it gets more into my brows. It allows me to blend out the concealer really, really well. Or I would say more so pull down the concealer to get it ready to be blended. This brush is from MAC. I think I had this for forever. So I will have to try and look up and see what brush this actually is. And I'm sure they still have it. Another reason why I like to conceal underneath my brows because it allows me to clean up any mess that I may have made or any mistakes I may have made with the pomade. Right here, I'm just going to go back over it and blend everything out so that everything looks nice and smooth once I put the eyeshadow on my eyes. Okay, and then next I'm going in with the James Morphe Artistry palette. I'm going to use the cream color, the orange, and then the yellow. So I'm using the cream color almost as a transitional color to get it ready for the orange and the yellow. And I'm just going to kind of pack it on and kind of use a windshield wiping motion to kind of blend it. Then next I'm going in with that orangish yellowish color. I'm just packing that on. I'm not blending it yet, so don't worry about it being perfect. You just want to make sure that you're tapping that color into your crease. You want to get it all over so that way you can get it ready to be blended, and you'll do that later. I hope that I'm explaining this right. But next I'm gonna go in and pack the yellow on kind of a little bit underneath the orange, so not completely covering the orange color up, but just packing the yellow on top. And you see how packing it on makes it so intense. So now I'm going to go in with a concealer and kind of carve it out halfway. I would recommend using a light concealer, something way lighter than what I'm using, because I'm going to put a white on top and it didn't really the color didn't pay off too much. So use a really light concealer to do this part. I'm just using what was in front of me as of right now. I'm going to also carve out my lid on the other side. I like to do whatever I do on one side, I like to do it on the other side just to ensure that everything matches up and it looks pretty close. And I'm just blending it on there. In that same palette, I'm gonna go in with the white color in there. It's the whitest color in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and pack it on. But you see what I mean, like when I'm packing it on? The color payoff is still pretty much coming through, but I just feel like I wouldn't have to work so hard if I would have used a lighter concealer. It would have instantly just went super duper light how I wanted it to be. But like I said, it worked out. I feel like it still looks pretty good. So I'm just kind of at this point tapping it on with a flat brush. Just like so. Doing the same thing on both sides. And don't get scared if you get a little bit of fallout. Just take a big fluffy brush and kind of just lightly wipe it. So now I'm going to take a blending brush. This is what I meant about blending it at the end. I'm going to lightly blend those colors in to mix them, but not too much. I don't want to overblend it because I still want you to see the colors. But then I'm going to take that orangey like color and pack it at the bottom of my eyes just so they don't look so naked and that the look is kind of pulled together. I'm also going to take the yellow color too and kind of smoke it out. Here I'm using the Anastasia eyeliner. I believe it's called Jet. It's the cream liner or their gel liner, better yet. I'm just using this one to kind of mark my wing. And then I'm going to switch over to the Marc Jacobs eyeliner just so I don't have to work so hard. This is actually their liquid eyeliner. I mean, and it's pretty good. It doesn't budge. It works pretty good. It lasts a long time. So y'all, this is the part where I kind of messed up at, because I did not know where I was going with this look. I tried to bring out my artistic side, but look, you know, players mess up. We do. I'm just taking that liner and I'm just going on my crease area, and I'm just trying to lightly line it and bring it out towards where the wing is. And I mean, it came out okay, but it was a little squiggly, but it worked out and it was cute. And then here, I'm gonna line my lips with I believe I was using a brown eyeshadow. You can use whatever you have. It can be a brown pencil, just as long as it's brown. I was gonna do a nude lip at first, but I'm like, girl, you always do a nude lip, do something else. So I'm gonna use a really bright, bold red, but I don't want it to be too bold, so the liner is gonna help it to kind of like blend in perfectly with my lips. So girl, don't skip this part. Line your lips with whatever kind of brown you want. It could be a light brown, dark brown, whatever you want. This right here is gonna be the Sephora collection lip stain. I believe this is in the color number 1, Always Red. This red is so beautiful. It looks so pretty on any skin tone. Like, it doesn't matter, it looks good on everybody. And for me, I hate wearing red, but this red is just like so popping. I forgot to mention, y'all, I did go put on some eyelashes and some mascara and fix my hair so I could be looking cute. But I'm just going back over my face with a little bit of a reddish blush just to make sure it's good. And this is the completed look, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Give me your thoughts on this look. Let me know if you tried it, if you like it, if you love it. Until next time, beauties. Bye.